Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make Parmesan mashed cauliflower. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that these taste exactly like mashed potatoes because they don't. They taste like mashed cauliflower, but they are a great low-carb alternative to mashed potatoes, and they're pretty delicious too. You're gonna need to cut 2 to 3 heads of cauliflower into florets. To do that, you'll start by cutting them first in half. This will expose the leaves and the stem, which you don't want. So you run the tip of your knife around and cut off all of the florets. Then you're left with all these big chunks, which you can either break up with your hands or use a knife. Doesn't really matter what they look like because these are gonna end up getting cooked and mashed. And transfer all of the florets to a large pot. Then fill your pot with enough water to just barely cover the cauliflower. Then bring the pot over to the stove and bring that water to a boil. Once the water comes to a boil, reduce the heat to medium-low. Let the cauliflower simmer until it's tender, which will take about 10 to 15 minutes. Once the cauliflower is tender, you'll want to drain it really well and then transfer it back to the pot or to a large mixing bowl so we can mash it. I'm gonna pour mine into a large mixing bowl so it's easier for you guys to see. Then you'll take a potato masher and mash them up. Or instead of using a masher, you can also use a hand mixer and whip them. After a couple of minutes, this is gonna look just like mashed potatoes. Then you'll add in half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and stir this in. Now both of these are a little bit salty, so you'll want to add salt to taste. Once that Parmesan cheese is melted, you're pretty much done. You can see this looks a whole lot like mashed potatoes, but nope, it's mashed cauliflower. If you want to pretty things up a little bit, I recommend serving them up garnished with some chopped chives. You are ready to eat. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.